Oftentimes, the family is the first social setting that individuals are born into. That technically should prepare us for the larger network of wider society. Today, there are many different types of families, but several decades ago, grandparents played a larger role in the decisions made within the family. Today, let's hear from some of our elders who are now grand and great-grandparents themselves.
I don't know no mom and I don't know no dad.
Okay. Who raised you then?
Huh?
Who raised you? Who you grew up with?
My granny.
You grew up with your grandmother. It's just like Louisa then.
Yeah.
Two of you were raised by your grandmother.
Mother, I live with grandmother.
My grandmother
I know no
brought
mother.
Right.
I was no God. From my grandmother, when she going up as a family, behind her like a young barber,
Right.
going with her.
Okay.
But I know no mother.
Okay.
And my father don't give me no bread.
It's my grandmother
Mm-hmm.
that cooked for me when I have my babies.
Okay.
And he cooked corn and mackerel.
Okay. Make you strong.
Yeah, and cornmeal.
Yes.
And my sister them wash all the bedclothes and all those things. All the sheets and things. They wash them.
Right. So you had the baby
And
in
we
the
have
bed.
to go we have to go far for that water. We have to go very far for that water. Nearly 2 miles to get water. Every morning we have to wake up and we had a copper. You know what they call copper?
Yes.
Yeah, with a hood. And then they just pull it all up.
I was an old woman.
Okay.
She husband.
Mm-hmm.
Then used to walk the ground.
Oh, they had a ground.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I will go with them, help them, have a bush and things. Or they go put it at the ground and thing, you know what I mean? Okay. Grandmother, she dead.
Now you mentioned your grandmother. Can I assume that she was the one who raised you?
Well, part of it, yeah, I was raised with her as well. With my mother, but my grandmother played an important role. You know, grandmothers in those days used to were very important in our lives. You know, they had to discipline. And
So did she live with you, or you lived with her, or?
some of the times, and then,
Alright. Janet, tell us about your grandmother. Was she around when you were there?
Yeah, man, my grandmother when I midwife.
Okay, wonderful.
She was named Louisa Christopher. But better known, she get another title, so Louisa Butcher. Yeah, man. She was a nice grandmother to me. Very nice.
Anybody used to come and assist you when you had your children, maybe even your sisters and so forth? Anybody came to help in those times? Tell us about that.
Well, I been living in one house, so they used to help me.
Okay.
So nobody step in from outside.
Okay. So what was it like having a child in those days?
Well, I must then say, it ain't good. Because them time me now, when I get me children, they mean no can on ya.
Tell me about it.
Them time mean good time. Them mean praise time. Good time. But none here, mother.
You went to the hospital with your children?
Not with all.
Okay. Tell me about one that you got at home.
I get it good. I had it good. I had my first one born a Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
That born in the hospital.
Okay.
And
Which one, Parkson?
yes. Abraham Richard carry me. That me butter he give me. He tell me anyhow I got pain, he going with me. Because I was a nice girl. And to know nice. Not me prettiness, you know. And look no and noise. And he carry me and she ran a Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That time Miss Grant, the policeman, they went come by Jane Bleedy them with the bread in a bread and had a big jump who make music. Me go and go listen to music, I got to go to Sunny Point, left it. Went left it, me not hear music at all.
I had a father who was wicked. He dead though, so that's all right. True, if he dead, he dead. He used to beat us for anything. He was a drunk.
Okay. Right.
See? So you only had to complain to him about us, we're going to get blows. See? And when Mama opened she mouth and said, what you beating the children them for? She get hers as well. So he was wicked.
What about your grandparents? Any of you experienced your grandparents?
Yes, I had the lovely grandparents. Ask her for anything, she don't give you. But she'll send it down later. Where do my niece? He said, give him that. I said, I ain't telling no lie, you know? So you're not getting it. She sent it down, give us. Because she was living nearby, you know?
Okay.
But she was all right.
Okay.
Can't complain. Spend part of her life in Bermuda. See? So when she came back now, you know, well, grandchildren, you flock around them, you know? She was good.
Despite my father was quite adamant, you got to be a doctor, you got to be a doctor. I couldn't see myself being a doctor.
Okay.
I didn't like the sight of blood. So, anyway, that was his idea.
Right.
This was the old-time thought that you must have a shingle that you could put on your gate, and you could work on your own. You're independent. Get away from all this pressure working for people. So that was in this.
Well, sweetheart, don't you talk to them, they're not take you, no, but I have some grand, and I does talk with them, and I know that they're counting us, they don't be pleased, but I'm telling them still, because when anything they can say, they don't have nobody to tell them nothing, you know, and the burden wouldn't be on my shoulder if I not talk to you, right? The Lord blessed me with 4, and said 100%, but I think they have a little from what they was taught.
I think that grandparents and aunts and uncles, the family had more say, if I put it. They had more say in the upbringing of the children. It's not happening now because some grandparents cannot even discipline their grandchildren. They're not allowed. And that has a lot to do with it because they are the ones who would show them the right way. But it's not like that now, you know. And I think if they live more live more in a clannish way, then things would be better because the grandmother can say, well, you know, if you do certain things, what would happen and so forth. But I don't think that they are having much input in the young people's lives. I think so.
You see something like a children now, yeah. You think a children, they was an a big old great people. No, you don't have no children here, you hear me, Miss Black? Too much a big man and big woman, them little nigga how it so be. You just met one of them, you hear something. I won't touch them. Not even me last one when me bring me go middle. Because they say, pig will tell him mother make him out long, so his mother tell it, wait till turn you're going to see. You wait and you're going to see. And if in a lie, if time come him out long, and his mother won't.
Many young people don't want to not hear what the body say. They do what they like. They do the costume, they cut anybody. I can't think they tell you, but they won't hear what the elder people them say. So that's why after having all kind of things, you know, these young people, they not got no behavior. They abuse it, they do all kind of things.
Nowadays, you have children getting children. And apparently those kids has been getting children was not disciplined by their parents. So they, in turn, cannot discipline their own kids. They doesn't know what it is. I remember one afternoon, Father Daniels was leaving up there, and a young lady stopped by, and she said the little boy was so cantankerous. And he run across Father Daniels, and he says, "How are you?" And the boy looking at him as though, "What are you asking me for?" You know? And then she says, "Oh, I can't do a thing with him. He was not even 4 years old yet, and she can't do anything with him." Father said to her, is he christened?" She says, "No, I don't even know if I'm christened. Now, what kind of foolishness is this to be saying you're a grown woman, you have a child? Insofar as I'm concerned, you're grown because you have a child. Why can't you discipline your child? They want the government, they want the churches, they want the community, they want the police and the teachers to do their job for them. And it's time they pull up their socks and start training their own children, because they're in that house with you, not outside with the other people who you want to train them. Train them in there. And you cannot wait until a child is 5 years old to train him, because at 2, that child is known as terrible 2. The stage is terrible 2. So train them before they even get to 2. When they start touching things, that's when you start training your children. And leave the other people. They're going to help. Government and everybody is going to help. Because we here, we help too, because my husband and I see these kids going to school every morning. And not one of them would pass and don't say good morning, because we told them when they used to pass, we said good morning, and they pick it up and they're now doing it. So all they need is help, and go home and get it from home. Another thing, you have a lot of them, they go to school, and when they come back, we would say to them, you have homework? No. I don't understand that. What do you mean you don't have homework? The primary school and the high school, they have no homework. But why are they going to school? When they go to school, if they do their work in school, it's true, but you're still supposed to have a homework to take back to the teachers. Some of them tell me when they get homework and they take it back, they don't get back the results. Nobody tells them or mark their papers. That is wrong. I don't know how true that is, but this is what the kids say. We have too much computers. What do you call them? Laptop? Too many of those. And in my opinion, those laptops should be only for school work. It should be set up in such a way, not for them to be looking at all kind of foolishness on the laptop.
They need to know some respect. That's what's happening in this country now. They're not disciplined. Everybody's putting the blame on the police, the this and the that. Nobody mentioning the parents, even, because that's where everything starts, in the home. You got to discipline your children, them or your child. But they expect everybody else to do it for them. They say it's a family, it's a community thing. It ain't no community thing. It's your child, you discipline him. Don't expect nobody outside to help you with your child. Because like my old people, them used to say, nobody gonna give you the good one for your bad one. Right? So you got to discipline your children them in order to get some good. Make them go to church. Me used to go to church, go to Sunday school. If I don't go to Sunday school, I can get me to go in a rice and peas. You got to go to Sunday school, and when that's over, it's when you get dinner. Well, during that time, we're going to pass, you go play ball. It's true. But it's all down to discipline.
Next week, we showcase story. I'm not talking about story. You have to put the dialect into it. We have personal experiences that can never be forgotten, recipes and things just to make us laugh. So you can join our conversation by emailing us at sknisgenerations@gmail.com. Showcasing a proud, resilient heritage, serving as inspiration for endless possibilities.